Welcome back to CryptosRus. I'm George. We're all George. So happy Saturday. Let's talk about Pepe, this controversy that came out about a day or two ago. Did the team dump? Is the team getting ready to rug? Well, the team came out with a lame excuse, but there's more to it. Are they dumping on purpose because of insider trading? Let's talk about that, and let's talk about what's going on with Bitcoin. We had an economic press conference, so let's talk about that as well. Welcome, guys. Happy Saturday. Like I said, Pepe, a lot of controversy, so let's just start out with that. So it was reported like a day ago. People found out that the multi-sig wallet, right, that held the founders or developers' funds, they change it from 8 signatures required to make a move to 2, right? It looked very suspicious. Then they started setting off a whole lot of coins to various exchanges to be sold. So, of course, that dumped Pepe's price about 15-16%. Because there's just no good explanation for it. It seemed like the team was just trying to dump secretly behind the scenes, right? That's really it. So, end of story, right? No. So, Pepe, then whoever's left, okay, I guess there was like 6 people or something like that, 6 original founders. So one of the remaining founders said that basically, out of the 6, like 3, they were ex-members, okay, ex-founders. They left the project, but somehow they were able to hack the multi-sig wallet, change it so that it only required 2 signatures, okay, and then they took out 60% of whatever they were holding. Right, what was 16 trillion, 16 of the 26 trillions that they held. So it's kind of a weird thing. So they went on and on and on, and this guy went on and on and on and said, don't worry, the people in place are good. The people that stole the funds are bad, and that's that, right? Basically, it's like, okay, this is the explanation. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. If those 3 ex-members really did this, really stole the funds, why would they just steal 60%? Maybe they thought that was their fair share or something. I mean, you figure if they were that bad, they would just take all of it, right? So, I mean, it's just weird. And how were they able to change the multi-sig wallet requirement without needing all the keys to begin with? You need, like, all the keys to be able to make changes, right? Like, I don't know. Maybe there's just something not right about this. Obviously, people don't know what to think of it. But then, you know what? Someone decided to reveal, I think, the true story, although it's still kind of out there. So since then, now there's reports about insider trading due to this one guy, Paulie. Very controversial guy, and I'm not saying that we should trust him 100% because he has done some crazy shit before, okay? But he is claiming that the team purposely came out with that story, purposely made it seem like they were dumping because they wanted the price to go down. Why would they do that? Because they already have large short positions on Pepe. So this is all a ruse to make it seem like there's turmoil, to make it seem like there may have been a rug, right? And they wanted everything to go down. That's what Paulie is claiming because he believes, he knows the true identity of the team. He knows the true identity of their wallets, okay? There's 9 different insider wallets. And he went as far as to doxing the main guy. Okay, he posted this a few days ago, basically doxing who is the true founder of Pepe and everything else. Paulie said he actually helped them get listed on Binance. And he bought himself a nice $900,000 purple Lambo with the funds. Okay, so that's the latest story, right? That they actually did it on purpose to cause things to go down so that they could benefit more from their short position. Insider trading. This is looking bad, right? Because whoever Polly doxed is in the United States. And there's no way that the SEC is not paying attention to Pepe. No way they're not paying attention to the dumping that happened. And no way they're not going to investigate this insider trading claim, right? So there's a lot going on there. There's a lot going on with Pepe. And it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. When this came out, I said, you know what? It's a fun new meme coin. People love memes. People want something to be excited about. They want to gamble a little bit. And it's okay to do it with a little bit of your funds, right? Every so often, I think a lot of us just gambles and apes or FOMOs into something, you know, just for fun. Obviously, you don't want to put your entire investment portfolio into it. You don't want to put all of your money into it, right? But, you know, it's looking more and more bleak. And plus the fact that they never paid any royalties to the original founder of Pepe either. So I'm pretty sure that guy is going to initiate a lawsuit as well for creating something, you know, that he created and he didn't get a dime of it, right? So there's that too. There's just a lot going on there, right? So that's the latest with Pepe. Whether you care or not, I'm going to report it because there's not a whole lot to report these days. So that's the latest news about Pepe, insider trading, who the founders are, what their purpose is. So if you're holding on Pepe, I would highly suggest you be very careful. If you want to continue holding, you think it's going to continue to go up in the bull market, it very well can be because it's gone beyond just the original founders. There's a lot of people that's holding it, but still, just know there's a lot more controversy that's probably going to be coming to this meme coin in the future, okay? So just be careful. All right, now, outside of all this fuddish news about Pepe, I mean, overall, what else happened on Friday? Well, the U.S. market went up. Actually, it turned pretty green, very green, in fact, after this guy spoke at Jackson Hole. And I got off my stream on purpose because I didn't want to hear him ramble again. He said what was expected, okay? Inflation is still too high. We're prepared to raise rates further, but doesn't mean that I will, right? And basically just said a whole bunch of nothing, okay? He has to project being hawkish, being ready to pounce on inflation, but left it open so that he doesn't have to do anything, right? Basically keep rates the same. So, I mean, obviously, at first when he was talking, markets tanked, then started going up in the green because people realized, well, he just said a whole bunch of nothing. And we just have to wait and see next month and see what happens. Is he going to raise rates or not? No one knows, right? But right now it does seem like it's okay. He doesn't have to. JP Morgan also thinks the Bitcoin bottom is near. I think so. I mean, we already hit bottom, okay? Bottom was 15K. We recover from there. There's so much data that proves it. So many charts and metrics, and the fundamentals keeps going higher. So the bottom, of course, is already here, but there are many things that show that not only is it here, but we're about to break out of it and about to make a next leg up. For example, velocity hits lowest level since Q4 of 2020. So you look at that, what does that mean? Well, that means there's just very, very, very little Bitcoins being traded right now. Very little. There's more accumulation, but very little traded. And you can see last time we were at this level was right before the run, okay, to $64,000. So we're at that level right now, right? So we're, just think about that. So we're at the level, basically same level as when Bitcoin was at 10,000 and below. And back then, a lot of people just couldn't believe that Bitcoin couldn't break above 10,000. We were hovering at 3, 4, 5, 6,000 for so long. We tried to break 10,000 a couple of times and kept going lower. Couldn't break it. What happened once we broke 10,000? Boom. 64,000 came literally within a matter of months, right? That's what happens with Bitcoin. Sometimes it just seems like it can't move. It can't do anything, right? But that's when you want to be accumulating, right? So here's another one. Looking at the oversold level of Bitcoin. If you look at the bottom right-hand side, we're as oversold as the 15,000 level and many levels before when Bitcoin crashed. And usually what happens when you're at an oversold level, you get a good reversal, next leg up, right? And, I've shown this before, but just to show you guys again, every cycle, we kind of go through the same thing. It doesn't repeat exactly the same way, but it rhymes. We have a bear market. We have accumulation market. And then we have a bull market, right? I would argue we're already in a bull market, just not in a very bullish parabolic phase, but we're definitely in the next bull market. We're accumulating right now. We're going sideways. It could be a little boring, just like all the times before. And then, boom, we start going higher, right? And there's just a lot. Here's a rainbow chart showing how oversold we are. It's a fire sale right now, just like all the previous bottom times. When we're in blue, that's when you're supposed to be accumulating. Because when we're in red or deep red or orange, that's when we're supposed to be selling. But for me, I don't sell. I just continue to hold it forever. Just make sure that I have cash on the side. I think that's the best strategy, right? And just yesterday, we had the 5th biggest outflow of Bitcoin, $300 million worth, that just came out of the exchanges. More and more continue to come out of exchanges every single day, it seems like. There's just more and more coming out of exchanges. And this is absolutely fantastic because we know ultimately what drives Bitcoin upwards is demand going up and supply going down. And more supply is being taken out of the exchanges. And that's fantastic, right? That's really, really fantastic. All right, that's pretty much it. I see XRP's up a little bit, almost 2% today, so that's good. You have various projects today that are up, so that's good overall. Let's do some Q&A. I don't have any drink with me today. Light crowd. Everyone's out and about on this Saturday, huh? Let's see. Happy Saturday. Kong, appreciate it. No one hates money more than Pepe holders. That's not true. A lot of people will just cling on, which is why they haven't fallen more. I mean, after the 15% fall, it's held. Last day is only 3%, right? So I mean, there's a lot of Pepe holders. Despite all the FUD, they will continue to hodl, but still, I'd be very, very careful after what has come out. Let's see. BDC is the only one that matters. Unfortunately, inflation is not going to go away until we have a massive crash in asset prices. I kind of agree with you, except it's not going to happen. I just don't see a massive crash in asset prices because, quite simply, you don't have a lot of people. This recession is unlike other previous recessions. We don't see a lot of people out of work right now. Unemployment is still low. In fact, a 50-year low. hasn't really been climbing at all. In fact, if anything, it's been going down. People are still adding jobs, even though it may not be their optimal job, let's say, right? A lot of people are getting side jobs, the second job, third job, whatever. But still, a lot of people are finding jobs. We see the job market still very robust and healthy. The labor market is still tight, as Powell would say. So that's why asset prices are not falling down. You figure real estate prices should be falling a lot. It has fallen a little bit, but it has not fallen a lot, quite simply because, again, no one wants to sell right now. And second of all, there's no need to sell. And the supply is still extremely short. Or small, I should say, in this case. So, yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. If you sweat while jogging, does your sweat mix with microorganisms and create George's quantum? What kind of question is that? Okay, thanks for the laugh there. Price prediction for Cardano 2025. New proud owner of I Am George Strap on NFT. Wow. Hopefully you didn't overpay. I know the floor price on my NFTs have been slowly climbing higher. So I'm glad to see that. As for Cardano, I don't know. It could probably get to like $5. It was at like close to $4 already. So can it go to like $5 and beyond? Probably. Some people will say it'll go to like $10 or something, or $20. I don't think it's going to go to $20. $10 off chance. I say 5, 6, 7 could be a reality based on how high it was before. Scott, appreciate that. Even though you're having lunch and barbecuing, still listening. Let's see. Envy. Why did you say altcoins from the top, knowing each cycle alts gets crushed, or did you think this time is different? Well, I know that we're still following 4-year cycle. We're nowhere close of decoupling away from that, right? But every single cycle, we see some slight differences, variances, right? The downward, I guess, loss or percentage is softened every single cycle. This time around, alts have been much stronger than previous cycles, even though a lot of them did go down still quite a lot. But if you've lived through crypto winter of previous cycles, you'll know that they were much, much, much worse, right? That's the reason. Because, from my perspective, trading loses me a lot more than the holding, honestly. All the times I calculate all my trades, it's just horrible, right? It would have been better if I held. So that's what I'm trying to do more of. I still try to dabble here or there, try to make some trades. But again, more of them than not cost me more versus had I just held, right? So that's why. Any idea on Binance? Can we see another FTX? No. 28th, August 28th, Hong Kong's going to be open for retail investors. Yes, there was one exchange that got approval. The problem is all the other ones seem like they did not get approval to trade yet. So it's going to take a while. Like Coinbase and others need to get over there and allow people to trade. So that may take a while. Any new crypto projects looking into? I told you guys I started advising for a few projects. There are a few games that looks really promising, but they're pre-token. They don't have any tokens, right? They're just working and building. So I think a lot of the cool stuff right now are the ones that are still building, and it's not something that you can like try to get in really early. Some of them will be launching, but right now a lot of them are just still building and trying to build the best product they can, which in this case, who I'm thinking about is a game, right? They're trying to build up their users and stuff like that, and they worry about Web3 elements later on, which I think is smart. But other ones right now, I mean, they're all hit or miss. They get their moments where they shine and they dump down. Like, for example, AI plays, Fetch and Singularity, right? They had their moment, then they dump down. They're getting a little more strength because of NVIDIA, but still, overall, they're not, all these projects, they just don't have that super app or super dApps, I should say, that can keep users there and using. And right now it's just all trading, speculation, but we need some of these chains to come out with really cool dApps that people want to use, and that's how they're going to build a momentum, right? But we just don't really see that yet. So my mom's sewing kit to buy more ADA. You know what's funny about that is I see a lot of videos of Gary Vaynerchuk, Gary V, doing garage sales, going there and negotiating. It's like, I just saw one where it's like some, I don't know, like some kind of Olympic pin set or something. The guy wanted $20 for like this collection of them. And then he had it down, he negotiated down to $10, right? And then he's like, all happy. Look at this guy. I took this guy, for 50% off. And then he then said he sold it off for like $1,500. I'm like, I get what he's trying to do. He's trying to prove a point to people like, hey, you can make a lot of money just flipping garage sale stuff. I mean, but in his case, he's like a centimillionaire negotiating $10 away from a normal family, right? So people are like bashing him for that. And I kind of agree. It's like, if you can make money, even with their asking price of $20, why do you need to negotiate down to 10, right? Just give them the $10 more. So it seems like he's just like robbing them. But going back to that statement about selling your mom's sewing machine, there's a lot of money to be made everywhere if you just give it some time, really. You learn the market, give it some time. I'm sure you can make a lot flipping garage sale items. Shiba news. Shibarium, I cover Shibarium's volume skyrocketing, so that's good. Maybe they fixed their issues. Is KuCoin banning U.S. customers with the new KYC? Yes, basically. If you're a U.S. customer, you can't use KuCoin anymore because they require KYC and they don't allow U.S. customers to do KYC. That's been forever. So, yeah, essentially, you can't use KuCoin anymore. Hydrogen combustion engine would buy? No. I have 25K Carolina crypto. I want to buy 35 coins. What should I look at? Stay with the basics. Okay, you have to have Bitcoin. You have to have some Ethereum. And then, the remaining 3. It's up to you. Get some XRP, get some Cardano, maybe a little Solana. That's 5, but you could also mix in a little Polygon, maybe a little BNB, Avalanche. I mean, there's a lot of great projects out there. But if you just want to stick with, let's say 3, Bitcoin, Ethereum, I don't know, XRP. No, I've not become an XRP bull. I just know that now that it's not a security, the ceiling has been lifted, right? So it could finally move. XRP Army feels more comfortable buying now. I still don't like Ripple's business model, but whatever. You know, they're fighting the good fight, but still. I think XRP could definitely start moving since they've been held back for so long. So long. I'm not a fan of Polkadot. I just don't hear enough about them. Them and Kusama, which is kind of like a sister chain. I just don't hear about a lot of developments on Polkadot. Everyone's moving to Cosmos or even I don't know, even to these new L2s, right? A lot of projects moving to L2s. Hey, George, my car broke down and I need one for work. Should I sell some crypto at a loss or take a car loan to buy one? How about you just rent one for now? Right? It seems like either scenario is not good. If you're selling crypto at a loss, which you may have to do, right? But you know, you can borrow one for now while you try to make some money, and then you can repair your own car. You don't need to sell it at a loss to buy a new car. You know, I know you could rent cars from like Enterprise and stuff for like, you know, $30, $40 a day. And then just save up to fix your car. Or take the bus. That's always an alternative. Samantha, sorry, I'm not a fan of ICP. Never have been a fan. And I don't think my opinion's going to change on that. All right, I'll let you guys go, guys. Let you enjoy your Saturday. Unfortunately, we got some more fun around Pepe and its founders, and this insider trading claim has surfaced. So just be careful. You know, not all of it is proven. Some of it is. The team definitely did dump a whole bunch. But, yeah, just be careful about Pepe. Now, as for Bitcoin and everything else, Powell said what he needed to do. He put on a strong face and said we're ready to raise rates further if needed, but it doesn't mean that he will. So that's good. As for Bitcoin, it's still looking like it wants to pop. It wants to move. And that's good. So smash the like, subscribe to the channel. I will see you guys on Monday, bright and early, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Make sure you check out tomorrow's recap video. You can check out my other videos on the Clips channel in case you missed them. And you can check out my car videos on Drivers Only. All right, have a good one. Take care.